So, Smackdown just happened, and oh my god, we had the Superstar Shakeup. It is April 11th, 2017, and in today's episode, we had the Superstar Shakeup, and it pretty much played out exactly like Raw, where basically whoever showed up down to the ring was officially going to be part of SmackDown. And if you weren't on television this week, if you're like Rusev or Lana or someone, they're just gonna have like a little video package saying, "Oh, you're on SmackDown now." So that's basically how the whole night played out. We opened with Kevin Owens. He's on SmackDown now. The United States Championship is coming to SmackDown, and he is obviously not going to lose the title to Jericho. And you know, KO, your boy, he's got a clean shave. I remember something CM Punk once said, which was every time, you know, you start fresh with like a big feud or just, you know, go through a character arc, you should, you know, change up your look. And his attitude, Kevin's, you know, it seemed fresh, and with the title, a new look. That's the kind of stuff I really appreciate. But then we got Sami Zayn come out. He's part of SmackDown now. AJ Styles comes out just because he doesn't really have a reason to come out. And that's when Daniel Bryan says, "Hey, you guys are gonna have a triple threat tonight for a #1 contenders match for Kevin's title." And you know, it's kind of weird, just like to have, you know, Sami just kind of thrown in the mix. Not really any story here. Again, it's weird that AJ's just, you know, coming out for the hell of it, and he gets a title shot, you know, or a chance to be in the title shot. Little bit weird, but you know, not, you know, good opening. Everyone had a good promo. Even Sami, you know, him and Kevin are always going through their colorful feud that is on and off all the time. Following this, we had Borden versus Erick Rowan. Bray kind of interrupts the match with a video package. It's kind of more of the same from Bray. He has like this, you know, maniacal laugh that's, you know, pretty good, but he's kind of just saying, "I am everything. I know everything." I've since this WrestleMania, I think I'm going to give up on Bray becoming, you know, the best guy ever. I think it's either him, it's the company, it's either a bad relationship, some just isn't going on right. But following this, you know, Erick Rowan's on the outside. Randy's just like, "Okay, gotta get out there." Eric hits him with the steps, DQ. And then Erick Rowan, you know, with the cheap shot, follows it up with actually getting some offense in. You know, I thought Randy, because Randy was burying this guy throughout the match. It was basically just a Randy Orton hype match. For the guy who just returned and should have, if he's going to get any heat, it's now. But thankfully, Erick Rowan beats him up a little bit. You know, Orton, he doesn't have a rivalry going on at the moment. Until, you know, the next pay-per-view, but we got some time before that, so it's okay. But Eric gets some offensive in. You know, we actually get to hear Erick Rowan's theme music. I can't remember the last time that happened. Following this match, we had the Usos versus American Alpha for the tag straps. The Usos get the right, you know, much-deserved win. It's, you know, a pretty intense match. They kill it. I like the Usos, you know, their heel run. It's still good. I like, you know, even like the little face things. They did this, like, they had their little jump onto the outside move. And, you know, that's a very face move. All the faces do that move. But, you know, American Alpha, you know, caught them and then did a belly to belly, giving them the offensive and the pop. So I very much liked that little, like how they're still able to do their like vintage move, but still kind of, you know, not, be heels. But you know, they get the win. You know, it's clean. I think, you know, American Alpha, they got their shot. They didn't really click. I'm not really that butthurt. I never really liked American Alpha, so I'm not that butthurt if they go into obscurity a little bit. But Jinder Mahal versus Mojo Rawley, they have their big match. Jinder Mahal is on SmackDown. And we get Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal Part 2. We got Kowski. He's in the audience again. He throws a beer at him. Doesn't get disqualified. I think, if you get beer thrown in your goddamn face by a fan or just an outside interference, I think that constructs your ability to, keep going in the match. A little bit. I've seen people get disqualified for less. But I think I also realized in this match that I like Jinder Mahal more than Mojo Rawley. I like that Jinder, he's getting some TV time. I didn't think I'd be seeing that in 2017. But yeah, he gets this Jinder Mahal, he kind of just loses, but he gets, TV time, which is good for him. He's gonna be the same character forever, but at least he's doing something with it. And they're trying to get Mojo over. This works. I'm not fair. Nothing wrong with this match. But then we have this big women's promo blow off. We had all the women come out. Everyone's top of their game. And then we got Tamina. She has come back. She's been out for how many months? It's been like almost a year since we saw Tamina, I believe. Because I remember she had that injury, and so Tamina's back. I like Tamina a lot. I think she's really underrated. I think hopefully being on SmackDown, maybe she'll finally win the goddamn title. Probably not though, but Naomi's a two-time champ, and I didn't think I'd see that, so I'm hopeful. But they have this big promo. Not everyone gets to talk. Becky doesn't even get a word in. Becky, we're gonna talk about Becky in a sec, but and then kind of to just take this theme out of Tamina, Shane just goes in. Oh, were you expecting someone else? Well, here she is, Charlotte. Which kind of just shits on Tamina a little bit. The returning, if Tamina could have just came in, Nia Jax that shit, beat the shit out of a bunch of people. And Charlotte, she lost on Raw. I think maybe that's why she lost to Nia, because she was on her way out, so might as well, just put someone over while you're doing it. Now in retrospect, I'm a little bit more okay with it. Still kind of upset, Charlotte has been losing a lot lately. Even I, as a person who, had, enough of Charlotte for a while and kind of okay, she's still kind of, the best female wrestler on either brand, so let's chill the fuck out with that, on her losing to everybody. But, Becky, she was acting weird in this promo, man. She was kind of just standing there with her arms all like this, and it was like she was just really high. The way she came out and was kind of just looking at the crowd, she looked high. But she didn't even get to say anything. So following this, we have Rusev and Sin Cara, their little hype packages. They're coming to SmackDown. And then we get Aiden English, your boy from the Vaudevillains. He gets a promo. Finally, these guys honestly really should have had a big feud and won the tag straps. I much prefer them over American Alpha, over the Usos, over even Slater and Rhino. But no, they were getting jobbed out for a while. And then Simon Gotch finally just quit. Or from what I heard from the news, he just kind of left. And on mutual terms. And so we got Aiden English, he's by himself. I thought for a moment, because sometimes, WWE is bitter, oh, you want to leave us? Well, fine, your other dude gets a singles push. Because they're petty like that. But, Aiden English, actually, he gets a little bit of mic time, does what he can with it, He kind of just says, I'm on my own now, without really saying why, without like following up how a normal story should work. He could have got heat off it, he could have got some momentum, could have got some interest. He's kind of just like, I'm single in it. I'm Aiden English, I'm great, and then Ty Dillinger comes out and beats him up and wins. And I don't want to take the heat off Ty. Like Ty, deserves it. Excited for Ty. Not like I'm glad Aiden English, got a mic and some TV time, but damn, like, uh, uh, I'm not. It's not like a bad booking decision. It's not terrible. Just give him like one more minute with the mic, and I think you could have given the guy a much bigger favor. I hate when WWE has this mentality of just go out there and kill it, and then they're like, oh, but we're gonna cut your mic after like 30 seconds. Like, what the fuck? And then, you know, we get to watch Shinsuke Nakamura not even talking to the microphone for like way longer than his mic time. Not we'll get into Nakamura. That was awesome. Don't get me wrong. Following that, we had Lana. She's getting a singles push, it looks like. She's going to be part of the Smackdown roster. She had a weird little promo thing, type package. Not sure how I feel about that. It looks like she might just be cut off from Rusev, though, but I'm sure WWE, with their like lack of knowing what to do with like a creative like singles push, will probably just bring it back to like, oh yeah, this is Rusev's wife, just so we have something to identify her with. Following this, we had Dolph Ziggler. He's cut it in his promo, right? He's being Dolph. This current Dolph Ziggler, the heel thing, it's all right. Dolph, came back in a big way. He had the SummerSlam match with Dean, which was actually pretty damn good. His shoot with The Miz was great. I think Dolph won a lot of people back, but currently with this heel turn, he's fallen down the ladder certainly a lot. And I think it's just a competition thing. If and I don't want him to leave SmackDown because if he's ever gonna get a title again, he's got to stay there, which he is, thankfully. But if you want to get that title, then you gotta. Shinsuke and Dolph wouldn't be a bad rivalry. They had really good chemistry actually in this little thing. But then Nakamura's music comes out. For a guy who hasn't watched NXT like at all, I love Nakamura. I love his entrance music. I love so much can be done with just body language and facial expressions. And sure, it's kind of a little bit cringy almost, like when you got a guy who like can't talk on the mic because he like his English is shit. Let's just be honest. And he looks, but that's not the point. If anything, that adds to his character. He's like this weird, feely, passionate dude just coming out. His arm movements, like he's so into it. Like this is a character like I want to get behind. His his beautiful outfit, his feminine little attributes. I love everything about him. And then he kind of just says what he needs to say. He's like, "Who do I think I am? I am Shinsuke Nakamura," and that's all he's got to say. They have a little confrontation. It seems like every new guy coming up from NXT has to feud with Dolph Ziggler, so I guess this is the natural course. But yeah, great promo, everything. For a guy, who can't talk, just let the audience cheer you. You're going to get over. Um, Everything about that was, perfect. Following that, we had the main event, triple threat. It was by the books. AJ wins. AJ and Kevin, I'm completely down for that, especially since it looks like AJ is getting this big face turn. He was still acting like a heel, but he was like a little bit like he was like, sorry, Sami, like kind of like in a face way. And his little hype package that they gave him was trying to get him over kind of as a face, even though he was saying heel shit during the thing. It doesn't really matter if you're a face or heel anymore. I'm really almost completely cut off from like that little mindset of where I was like where you got to try to put the faces with the heel. Nope, anyone can fight anyone. I'm completely gonna be okay. Try to be okay with most of them. It's a little bit conflicting though when we have someone like the Miz versus like if he fought Kevin Owens, because they're both fucking dicks, and I like heel versus heel antics, but you know. And that's actually the end of the show. AJ, closing out the show, looking good. I'm completely happy. AJ, amazing. Nakamura looks great. And we got a bunch of dudes on SmackDown. I don't know if I'm going to start rating these when I do them, but, thumbs up from me. I thought this was, a good episode. Everyone who really kind of needed to get over, except maybe like Tamina could have got over a lot better. But Erick Rowan looked good for what he got. Mojo looked good, despite the fact I'm conflicted about that. Charlotte, we got the Lana thing. Nakamura, AJ, great all around. Kevin also. Um, Pretty by the books episode, but at the same time, it's kind of just the fun, get to see all these interesting faces, all these good interactions. I kind of like these filler episodes. They're really, it's a lot better sometimes than when we're like in the middle of feuds and they're like, I don't know what to do this week. Just have them do some shit. Like, let's put them in a 8-man tag. I like this kind of shit. Just throw them out there, give them a mic, get them some time, let them do their shit. And I thought this week was a little bit more like that. But yeah, that was SmackDown. The big superstar shakeup is over. From here on out, hopefully we'll get some storylines brewing and super exciting shit. Anyway, let me guys know what you thought, especially of the Nakamura thing. I think that's my big takeaway. Um, I just everything about that whole promo, I loved. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And with that, I leave you.